Hey, I'm Rachel with Rep, and today I'm going to take you through 10 different GHD exercises. So what's a GHD? That's this thing. It's a glute ham developer. It's a great way to work your posterior chain, or basically your whole backside. Works your back, glutes, hamstrings, calves, all that good stuff. Let's get into the exercises. All right, first exercise, glute ham raise. You're gonna wanna put your feet securely under the GHD foot plate with your knees on the pad. Start in an upright position, your hips extended, glutes nice and tight. Lower your torso down slowly, keep it in a straight line from head to knees. Once you're parallel to the floor, engage those hamstrings and glutes and pull yourself back up. And that's how you do a glute ham raise. Next up, GHD Sit Up, a great ab exercise. You're going to start sitting on the GHD with your feet locked in. You're going to have your hips slightly off the pad. Lower that torso down to your about horizontal or past horizontal. Then you're going to really engage that core, return to that starting position. And that is how you do a GHD Sit Up. All right, next up is a GHD Back Extension, a great one for that posterior chain strength. You're going to be on the GHD with your hips slightly off the pad. You're going to start with a neutral spine, lower your torso down nice and slow. Then you're going to reverse that motion once you get to the bottom, extend through the hips, not the low back, return to the start, and there you have it. That's how you do a GHD Back Extension. Next is the GHD Nordic Hamstring Curl. So you're going to kneel on the GHD pad with your feet locked in, then you're going to slowly lower your upper body down to about parallel. You're going to be resisting that fall as much as you can with those hamstrings. Then you're going to catch yourself with your hands and then push off slightly to return to the starting position. And next is the GHD Hip Extension. You're going to start on the GHD with your hips slightly off the pad. Then you're going to lower that torso down towards the floor. After that, you're going to brace your core, flex those glutes, extend those hips, and lift your body back up till it's in line with your legs. Squeeze the glutes at the top, then lower slowly with control. And that's how you're going to do a GHD Hip Extension. All right, next up is a GHD Hip and Back Extension combo move. It's a 2-in-1 move that starts like a hip extension and finishes with a spinal extension. So you're going to start on the GHD with your hips slightly off the pad, lower yourself down. When you're coming back up, think of using those hips and glutes and pushing it through to your about horizontal, and then finish the movement by extending your spine. Then you're going to reverse that motion slowly and repeat, and you've got yourself the GHD Hip and Back Extension. All right, you're going to start by lying face down across the GHD with your hips at the edge and your legs hanging down. You're going to swing your legs upwards using your glutes, lifting those legs to parallel or slightly above parallel. Then you're going to lower them down nice, slowly, and controlled, and then do the same thing to bring your legs back up. One thing to focus on here is really using those glutes. Don't use so much momentum to drive the movement, but really focus on squeezing the glutes, especially at the top. And that's how you do a GHD Reverse Hyper. All right, next up we have a GHD Sorenson Hold. So you're going to set yourself up on the GHD with your hips slightly off the pad. You're going to keep your body in a nice straight horizontal line to the ground. You can cross your arms or extend them out in front of you, but you're going to hold this position for time, keeping everything braced and aligned. So start with shorter holds, maybe 20 to 30 seconds, and then you can build up as you gain endurance. That's how you do a GHD Sorenson Hold. All right, next up is a GHD Weighted Back Extension. So if you're looking to progress that posterior chain work on the GHD, you can do this adding a dumbbell, kettlebell, barbell, whatever it may be. But for this exercise, you're going to set up just like you did for the regular back extension. You're going to hold that weight close to your chest, lower yourself down, and then extend up, squeezing those glutes, extending that spine, keeping that weight nice and stable. Avoid any jerking or using momentum. Really focus on controlling this load here. Pro tip, keep it light to start. Once you start progressing, you can keep adding more weight. And that's how you do a GHD Weighted Back Extension. All right, next up is GHD Around the World. This is a dynamic endurance movement. It's going to target that core, glutes, hamstrings, and low back, mixing some coordination into this. So you're going to start with your hips extended slightly off the GHD, feet locked in. You're going to rotate your torso with control in a circular motion. Nice, smooth, and controlled. And then you're going to reverse the direction after each set. And that's how you do 10 different GHD exercises to really hammer that posterior chain. So don't forget, drop comments down below. Let us know which one's your favorite exercise. And head over to brettfitness.com for all of your strength training needs.